Ladies and gentlemen, welcome finally back to the Unfiltered Podcast. We are your host, Marco Barilla.
And George Scherzer.
And
Is it recording?
yeah, we're recording. So, yeah, I'm not it's not allowing me to use the Discord bot. So, I'm just going to record on the
Okay.
OBS and pray for the best.
Okay.
So, whatever.
All right.
We're
Sounds
back,
good.
baby. Obviously, again,
Are.
I hate saying that over and over again, but this time we are truly back. It's been what, at least 3 or 4 weeks. We're on a little hiatus,
Yeah. Yep. Something like
but
that. More
as
or
you guys
less.
saw, hopefully if you're following the social media, me and Troy released a statement. Basically, long story short, we needed to recharge our batteries, our social batteries, and within those 3 to 4 weeks, a lot has happened for both of us, and that's why this episode is going to be juicy, full of stories. Um, but yeah, so you wanna get a starter, Troy? How was your hiatus this past 3 to 4 weeks?
My hiatus. I wouldn't even call it hiatus. It was just some very important stuff happened. A lot of
Mm,
planning, a lot of working out details. Be not with the podcast or anything, but just stuff going on. Um. Basically, I'm engaged.
hell yeah, baby!
Yes, I am. That is one of the biggest things that happened. It's been a long time coming, but for the past 2 months or so, it's been in the works. And then right before our vacation was kind of like the crunch time. You got to get the ring, make sure everything works, get the final details, make sure that was fine, pick that up, do all that, and then other than that, then I also had to plan 2 trips, which we'll get to. I had
Mm-hmm.
to plan one trip while also planning a second totally secret trip, which actually worked out very well. Um, So it was a lot on my plate, plus working, and ended up, trying to get as many hours as I possibly could, just because, going away for a long weekend or a little bit more of an extended long weekend, you lose a little bit of money and then have any more vacation days. So I just wanted to get a couple more hours, work some overtime, do some on call, work on the weekends, and you come home and you're just tired after a certain point. But yeah, basically how it went
Mm-hmm.
down, the whole shebang was, we were originally supposed to go to Wildwood, which many of you know. Um and then we're gonna go down there from like a Thursday to a Wednesday, kind of like, a long extended weekend. We're gonna stay with some friends for a couple days and then, get our own place, which I said I have a surprise, so you're not gonna know where we're gonna be staying. But if you
Mm.
trust me, I you know, picked the place and went up. Went down Thursday, and then we quote unquote were getting couples photos, and then when we were getting photos, you pop the question, and she said no.
Yeah. So then,
Just
yeah,
kidding.
she got
She said
dumped.
yes.
He
I
got
got
dumped.
dumped. No, I'm kidding. She said yes. All in all, she knew. She
Woo!
said she's like I had a feeling, and I was on you. And she actually made a video. Funny enough, literally stating all the facts of like why I think you're gonna propose soon between this, and this. And I'm like, all right,
She
fair
so
enough.
she had a, I
She knew.
guess
She
that's
basically knew.
funny. That's funny,
Yep. She
bro.
still cried, was all like, excited and happy and everything, but she knew it was probably gonna
And
happen that day.
I I knew that for at least a month, and I had to keep my mouth shut. I remember when you first told me, I was like, no fucking way. There, no. And you said August. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, baby, I'm
Nope.
ready.
Nope.
Huh?
Yeah, that was
How
very,
many
very big.
people besides obviously me knew about this?
Quite a few, I would say, all in all. But I would say by the time the actual proposal was, within like a couple days of it, quite a few people knew because I waited till, like a week, 2 weeks before to mention to some people. Kind of like
Did
I don't want you to tell anybody, but I'm going to tell you last minute so you have like the least amount of possibility of you telling somebody that you shouldn't. Just
mm,
because, I wanted to mention to some people before it actually
did
happened. They didn't
you
just,
did you had the
be surprised.
conversation with the in-laws
Yeah,
permission?
that was like 3 months ago. That was before I had the ring and
Oh,
everything.
how
Yeah,
did
that was
that
a while ago.
conversation went?
That was fine. I was honestly just talking to him for a while, and I was like, "So, I said I was going to, I stopped at the store before coming here, so I brought you flowers and Red Bull because her dad loves Red Bull, and her mom, I get her mom flowers sometimes and whatnot. I'm like, so I lied a little bit. There is a reason why I'm here, and I brought you guys stuff. I'm like, and I asked, if I could marry their daughter, and her mom, no problem at all. It was, she was like,
That's
oh my
good.
god, really? Yeah, no problem. And then her dad was like, well, if you've dealt with her this long,
If you dealt with her, that's
yeah, she's
insane
like, if
work.
you guys can make it this long and you can deal with
So
her crap
it
all
was
this
two
time, I
years,
think
right?
I think
Two
you're gonna
years
be
of
fine.
dating.
No, 3.5.
Woo!
3.5, almost 4.
That's the perfect time too. Y'all did it, man.
Now we've also lived together for 2.5 years. That's
Mm,
probably where you're getting it from. So that's where, you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
a little bit different. We don't have to be together for as long as some people. That's
Yeah.
also because we lived together for 2.5 years now.
So yeah, that's awesome. I mean,
Excuse me.
I know that conversation. I mean, at least from what my dad was saying, like having asking for permission is a dreading experience. But at least if you have a close
A little bit.
relationship, if you have a close
Yeah.
relationship with in-laws, and that's a good sign.
hmm
That's fun,
And I was,
bro. I should have
it
posted a
was
video. Should we post a proposal video after this?
no,
No,
we don't gotta do that.
you're not gonna do that. Okay,
We
well,
don't gotta do all that.
there was like
That was,
fireworks and shit. There was like
yeah, it was
mariachi
awesome.
band. There was a mariachi band. It was awesome, bro. Then the whole nine
No,
miles.
it
I
was
was
pretty
so
much. Marcus saw the video, but to describe it to you guys, every year we go down to Wildwood most of the time, and then we'll go to the Lobster House in Cape May. I don't know if Marco, if you know where that is, or the people know.
it
It's
sounds
like right
familiar.
outside of Wild. It's basically as you're going into Cape May. It's like right there, right as you're entering Cape May. It says Lobster House, big letters right there.
Mm,
We usually always go there every year, and then we'll go to Sunset Beach afterwards. And it's called Sunset Beach because it does set. The sun does set on the beach, but we didn't go there for sunset. We most of the time we usually just went after because it's coarser sand as like the normal Jersey Shore sand, and you can find little pebbles and seashells and more than at the normal Wildwood or anywhere else, just because of the way the beach is set up and whatnot. Um, so I was like, well, other people didn't in our friend group haven't never been there, and we want to get couples photos and it's pretty and whatnot. Let's go there. So we went there and yeah, asked the question, and we tried to go to the Lobster House afterwards because I figure got to be smart about it. Got to go there first. Don't want to look chubby, and then afterwards you can get absolutely hammered at the restaurant. No, it was an hour and 10 wait for the restaurant. And now the way it works for them is you can't get reservations. It sucks. They open, they close from like 3:30 to 4:30 to get ready for dinner, and they open at 4:30. Right? We got there at 4:50, and it was an hour and 10 wait. That's
that's
how
insane.
popular this place is, and how like many people are there right as the door opens. Which usually that's what we plan on doing. Literally, we'll when we were gonna plan on going whichever day, whenever we take a trip down that way, we say, we get there at like 4:20, and we probably walk up like 5-10 minutes before and just stand in line for a couple of minutes and then go in.
Mm,
We don't have problems, but yeah, if you don't hit it right, that's the only bad part. So we're like, screw it. Went back to the house, like had fun, had some champagne. Our friend's mom, or they're at their beach house. Our friend's mom, got champagne for us, and everybody was, hooting and hollering.
yeah.
And then the good part happened. Well, I said that I got to dinner. This was before finding out I couldn't have my lovely clam chowder that I love and
Oh
love
no,
getting
the
every year.
horror.
I know, I know. I mentioned I was like, so, um, we are not staying in Wildwood. Unfortunately, the hotel fell through. They called me and they canceled our reservation, so we're not going to be able to stay in Wildwood.
Oh no.
That's a total lie. I was just like, but however, our flight leaves on Saturday. We're going to Punta Cana. She's like, huh? What? And I'm like,
Akuna
yeah, we're going
Matata?
to Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
Yeah. We're going to We're flying out to Punta
For
Cana at 8:30 Saturday morning.
okay.
And I'm
For
like,
the non-intelligent folks, where is this?
down in the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic, baby.
Yes. Yes. Down in the Dominican Republic. It's one of the shore countries down there.
Mm.
Um
Where did this get the idea?
that was a
Why
total
there?
surprise.
Why
Well,
there?
I was looking at a bunch of different all-inclusives, right?
Mm.
Between the Caribbean, all over the place. Right now, it's probably not the best idea to go to Mexico. In Jamaica, I heard the same, just because
Really?
they're like the threat level's a little bit higher, or like I don't want to say the worry level, but it's like the danger level. If you can actually look it up, look up the danger levels of them for like
Oh, like what?
vacationing there and
Like
whatnot.
people or like weather or
No, for like people, like
oh
how like I guess the caution about going to different countries is these countries aren't, first world countries most of the time. They're so
yeah
other than the resort areas, you know what I mean? Like you can get into third world country there like easily and not far away. So you just got to be careful, but also it's like how dangerous is there's been a lot of like dangerous activity or crime in the area or in that like country for a while. They'll up the threat level a little bit, or they'll lower it if not much has happened to tourists or anything like that. Um,
yeah
it's I would say definitely if you're going flying international, and you're going down to one like a country that the resort's going to be nice. However, outside of the resort, it can get a little shady. I definitely look it up. I forget what it's called, but it's
mm.
like kind of like the threat level, or I think it's like um the national I think it's like I don't know. I think the Department of Security actually like puts out and they update it every month. I definitely go and look that up.
Mm.
Anyway, I was looking around. We really wanted to go to Aruba, but it was a little expensive.
That's my parents' place. That's where they want to go when they retire. That's
Okay,
where that's their place to go. That's when I was gonna say that.
gotcha. Yeah, well, and that's I still want to go. Anyway, I'm like I one place we're actually planning another vacation right now. But that's beside the point.
Oh,
Um,
already. Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're with her brother and his girlfriend, because they have never really been on. Well, he has, she hasn't. They've never done like a vacation with themselves being older now. They've only they've gone to the mountains, they've gone to the Jersey Shore, or small stuff. But they haven't gone like a vacation. And me and Leah, we make it a point. We've gone to multiple vacations, different destinations and whatnot. So we're planning that. But anyway, looking through. I'm like, oh, maybe Punta Cana would be nice, and I'm looking and it has like a lot of nice areas. It's nice sand. It's not the white sand beaches, but it's still really nice and
A
not
beach is a
like much
beach.
danger levels, and all that jazz. And ended
Mhm.
up, I had a bunch of options, and it just worked out price wise and everything else.
I'm so
And I said,
jealous,
screw it,
bro. You gotta show me more
Punta Cana. I'm
photos.
like, why not?
You gotta show me
I
more
honestly,
photos.
I don't actually have too many photos. I'll have to
You're
look.
shitting me. Your first trip as a an engaged couple. You don't have any. Were you just hammered the entire time?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
I mean, I saw you.
no. Well,
I saw both of you guys'
no.
Snapchat
Okay.
stories here and there.
Yeah.
What was it? So I wanted to ask because I saw on your not fiance's Snap story about you talking to a scammer or something. You were trying to out scam a
Oh, I was
scammer.
getting cigars. I was getting cigars.
You can't.
I wanted cigars. I
Okay,
wanted
so
cigars, but I didn't want to pay $30 a cigar at the gift shop. And there's so for those of you that don't know, when you go to these kind of places, when you're on the beach or around the resort, not really in the resort, but usually the beach, or if you go into town or anything like that, you have a lot of sketchy people that know you're a tourist because obviously
you're pasty as
you're not
fuck.
Dominican or anything like that. Yeah, people know,
You're a white boy.
obviously. Yeah, so they'll come up to you and try to sell stuff. Now, most of the time, it is junk and they're selling it to you for a whole lot of money, but however because it's you're getting it on vacation, that's like their excuse of, oh, this is real nice,
Yeah.
special deal for you, very special deal for you, and like try to convince you. You got to we it The problem was down there, it was so bad on the beach. Like we were approached probably 6 times every time we went to the beach every day.
That's
Yeah. Sometimes the same people, sometimes new people, and everybody was trying to sell you excursions. Literally, my transport guy was literally sat me down, was trying to sell me excursions. And it was like, oh, special deal for you guys. And I was like, dude, come on.
Oh, it's
These
a
are
special
cool,
deal
but
just for you.
like, I don't want to go on an excursion right now. I just arrived. I want to get to my hotel, please. Please take me to my hotel or my resort, please.
Yeah, man, you
Um,
gotta be careful
but
of that shit.
there was a cigar. Anyway, back to the story. There was a cigar guy. He ended up being a real nice guy. He gave me a sample cigar. He called it, and I'm like, I'm fucked. I'm hooked. You know what are you gonna do? He gave me a free cigar now. I gotta get something. Um, However,
Mm.
the bad part was he only sold cases. He didn't sell singles, which is fun. However, you're paying a lot more if the people that know about cigars and cigar prices and whatnot. Um, you pay a little chunk of change for like a 10. So there was 10 or 24.
Mm.
I did not get a 24. I only got a 10 pack because I didn't want that much. But
You
ended
smoke?
up cigars, yeah, occasionally.
Occasional
And I wanted
spin.
to get some for that was kind of my going away gift for some people. Like I had people that I know smoke cigars. I got Dominican Republic cigars. You know what I mean?
Oh, you should have got me one,
They're a lot
man.
better. Okay. I'll give you one. You just gotta get your
I've
driver's
only
license and
smoked
get your
one
your
stogie,
butt
and
up here.
it was at my high school graduation. It
Oh,
was
okay, yeah,
okay.
no, never mind.
It was okay.
Never mind.
What?
No, that's nothing. That you're just filled with euphoria and excitement, and everything's going, and you're like, oh, this is great. I got a cigar. Totally different.
Bro, really?
You gotta like, yeah. There's so many, and there's so many to enjoy, and so many shitty ones, but so many good ones. Yeah. I generally enjoy them. I just don't like the aftertaste that sits in my mouth for a while.
Yeah.
However, I don't. It's not the worst thing in the world. So, and these were actually pretty good. I won't lie. I was very happy with them. Um, Spent a good chunk of change on them. However, he gave me the free sample, and then he gave me 2 more on top of which one is more of like a stronger one, and one's a lighter one, and then he gave me the 10 pack or the box of 10 cigars.
Mm.
Decent size too. They weren't real small, but they weren't like real fatty ones. So just for the people that actually know something. Um, yeah, spend a good chunk of change between 100 and 200 bucks to give you guys the range. So, and I gave him some money on top for like a tip as like a thank you because he's like, I don't really earn tips off of this, and I'm like, all right, fine. You want to get more money out of me? I'll give you an extra.
Oh, you have
He
a
wanted an
soft
extra like
spot.
he wanted an extra like $15 or $10, and I'm like, I'll give you an extra 5. I'm like, you'll be fine. I'm giving you $5. Calm down. Um, but all in all, I mean, I definitely probably could have got lower. Like he wanted to sell them for like $400, and I dropped it to like 270 or not 270, 170.
Dude,
So
that's insane. You were trying
yeah.
to negotiate.
Oh, I did negotiate. I did get it for
Oh,
170. Literally, I just sat there and I'm like, he kept dropping and dropping, and I'm like 170, and he's like debit it, and I'm like 170, and it's like debit it, and I'm like 170.
how
All
long
right,
was this process?
all right. Um, not the longest thing, but probably like a good 5-10 minutes. Cause he's like, oh, come here. He pulled out some stuff. And he's had me sit down on the one chair, or the one like beach chair. Cause he's walking around with a backpack and like a little like almost clipboard type thing with cigars. You know what I mean? It's not like it's at his shop or anything. Because I think they do have stores like down the beach, but at like another resort or
Mm,
something. So they gotta walk the beach or like
yeah.
up and down to all the different resorts there, to try to get people. But I got over $200 off, so I'm like, oh, you know what? I paid like 16. I think it was like $16 a cigar for like actual Dominican cigars. I double checked. Don't worry, guys. I
I'm
double
gonna say
checked.
that you get
Swear to
fucking
God.
finessed, and it's like
No,
a
I
fucking
did look. I did look. They had the seal and everything, and they
no
were
drugs
totally
in it, no
sealed.
fan,
No
no
drugs.
fan.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm alive right now, so I think I'm doing pretty all right.
Maybe you're just so
Um,
strong, you just it's
yeah,
not hitting you.
that was my story with the guy. He was very because for the 24 he goes and he's like no, he's like normally these are real expensive but I'll give you a deal and I'm looking and I'm like and then he goes and it's like $760.
Oof.
Bro, what? He was spending $760 in cigars. I looked at him and I'm like, how many? And he's like, oh, 24 pack. I'm like, you have any smaller packs?
24 for
And I'm
that
like, or do you sell
much,
individuals or how do you? And he's like, oh, only packs, but we have a 10 pack. And I'm like, all right, we're doing 10s. Like, Jesus Christ.
dude.
700 and some dollars for cigars. I'm like, fuck no.
There's gotta be some
But
high
he's getting
caliber
people on
shit.
that.
That's fucking, dude. That's
Well,
fucking unreal,
drunk
bro.
people on vacation, they're
They,
for 24 cigars. People are like, oh yeah, that's great price. You're paying like $40 for like a $20 cigar or less. You know what I mean?
that's some shady shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's their game, and then you get tons of people. Literally, as I'm finishing up with him, a bracelet guy walks up. He's like, "Oh, bracelet." I'm like, "No, no." I'm like, I already
700
have too
bracelet,
many.
baby.
I
700
don't need
bracelet.
bracelets. And he's like, "Oh," he's like, "No, check them out." I'm like, "No." Like, goddamn, dude, leave me alone. Like, I don't want your bracelet. I don't know.
That's
Stop.
fucking insane. You should get like a no soliciting fucking shirt or some
Yeah,
shit.
really. Yeah, really. No soliciting on the front. It
That
was
yeah.
hilarious.
That's where they get you, bro. It was like that when I went to Mexico years ago. Out of his private
Yeah.
resort.
Nope.
That shit is like they get you, bro. It's some fucking
Mhm.
real shady shit. So like, what was your favorite? I saw of course you knowing you've had a lot of fancy beverages at there. What was your
Fancy
favorite bev?
beverages, not so much fancy. More vodka
Really?
and orange.
I
Yeah,
did see a couple of
ton of vodka and
espresso
oranges.
martinis and all that. I did
They
see
did
that.
have a few espresso martinis. I tried getting 30 martinis. They weren't bad, but they weren't like
They weren't
here.
the Troy
Yeah.
style. They weren't the Troy.
They were like weird. They were very strong on the olive juice, like very strong olive juice,
Ugh.
and like they just kind of used regular olives and just threw them in, and it was like, all right, that's fine. You know what? That's like they're at least attempting. You know what I mean? And like some people were like, "Can we?" They look at the other one and then Espanol, 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 and then look
Espanol,
back and be like,
Espanol.
"Okay, dude, that was the biggest." All right, other than our actual experience and like things that happen to us, not to us, but like situation wise, the worst part about the whole trip was not being able to understand very many people.
Mm.
Like, you normally resorts, you have like
You
it's
should
like
have gone to like
50-50.
Puerto Rico. Have you thought about? Did you say Puerto Rico? Or I was because I know
I
Puerto Rico
didn't.
they
I
speak a good lick of
didn't look.
English, but the DR.
I did not.
You
I
should have
didn't
got one of
look,
those
but I
fucking
should have.
those translator earbuds or like
I saw that. I actually thought about doing that. I was like, that would be so helpful.
yeah, man.
But
You
it was
understand what
like,
they're saying, but they can't understand what you're saying. And that lets you that person also has a
yeah.
clear.
And then, dude, literally, we went to the one buffet. Like, or it was a buffet. Yeah, it was like
Mm.
an. It was. I don't know what the whatever course it was. I asked for a vodka orange. She brings me like a straight cup of just vodka, like
Ah,
three
dude,
shots of just
that's how
vodka.
they do it in the Dominican
Like,
Republic, baby. That's
I'm
how they
like,
do
what the
it.
fuck? I'm like, I'm not that much of an alcoholic.
I don't
Now, of course, I
know.
drank it. Yeah. We don't waste alcohol in this house. Is all I'm saying.
we don't.
However, we don't waste alcohol in this house. But I'm like straight. Literally, I was just drinking it with water because I'm like, Jesus Christ! I'm literally just drinking, basically vodka on the rocks, basically with like one ice cube, and it melted almost instantly.
That's
Like
some
it's just like
scary shit
kind
they
of
got over
cold
there.
vodka and I have my glass of water, and I'm just like, well, back and forth is what am I gonna do? I can't leave it. I gotta drink it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think
That's
we ended up. So we went Saturday. We flew out Saturday. We were there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Flew back home Wednesday. We had a combined drink total of I think 67 drinks. Not too good,
You said
honestly.
67.
67 drinks,
So
yeah.
like what? That was like
Um,
66 you, and then the one for your fiance.
yeah, it's probably about 45 to like maybe 20.
Damn. And you were the 20, right? You were the
Yeah.
20.
I was, yep. No. Come on,
You
everybody
were
knows. I'm literally
everybody.
drinking right now.
That oh boy. So like besides the drinks, what was your favorite cuisine there? What was your favorite cuisine?
Uh, um,
Any like specialty or anything?
honestly, I want to be honest. That place, I wasn't super impressed with their food.
Really?
Like they had some good food. They had some like good options, but a lot of it was like very like strange and weird stuff. And
I mean,
I was like,
yeah. You're like, where's a
trying to think.
Wawa around here, bro? I need a Wawa around here.
Probably my favorite thing was the room service quesadilla I got, which is just a cheese
Ooh.
quesadilla.
I
It just hit, later at night,
I
and
fucking
that.
love room service, dude. That's like the goated invention of all time. That's like one of the
Well,
best creations of all
yeah,
time.
it was great until the day before we left. I called, no one picked up. I literally sat on the phone, like on the
No.
waiting for 10 minutes. Nobody hung
I
up.
needed me that
Picked it
quesadilla,
back
bro.
up, called again, waited another 5 minutes, hung up. Picked it back up, called for another 5 minutes. I did this for literally like 45 minutes. Nobody ever answered me.
That's devastating.
And I'm like, it's room service. It's supposed to, it literally, it's
What time
like
is this? What time is it?
like 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Like
Ah,
six.
okay.
It was literally, I think, from 6:15 to 7 is the amount
Hmm.
of time I called. Like the entire time, I was just calling. Like I'd call, I'd hang up for wait a couple of minutes, pick it back up, call. I'd just sit on the waiting thing and just play on my phone or something for a while. Eventually hang back up because I'm like, because the one night I called, waited for a while, nobody, hung it up, picked it back up, called again, and then as it's ringing, somebody picked up, and I'm like, yes, can I order room service? Blah blah blah. Yeah, that was. There were some flaws at this place, and like so.
Would you go back?
No, we're not going back to the place. No, no.
Yeah.
So our for numbers for starters, first like 2 days were totally fine. Our room key stopped working just because
Oh,
it's the
fuck.
cards in the door
Yeah.
didn't work. Went, got new cards, no big deal. Hour later they stopped working again. Went back,
How does
got
that
new
even
cards,
work? What?
and later stopped working again. Went, got new cards, and they said, okay, we'll put this like on record, so then like no, in case it happens
I'm
again,
saying
we'll
they
do
didn't even
something.
charge you or anything, right? They didn't like
No,
feel like
no, 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 no. I literally brought them the cards, and I'm like, they're not working. I can't get in my
okay.
room. Right. Next day, cards don't work again. Go up. Now Leah's with me. This is now no longer just Troy, calm and demeanor Troy. This is now angry fiance. I'm going to bite someone's head off.
Ooh,
They will
okay.
understand English now that I'm angry. She goes up and she's like, "This is ridiculous. This is like the fourth or fifth time coming up here now, and it's still not working." They're like, "All right, we'll get somebody out." The guy came out, and he just like pressed. I think he reset the door, and he's like, "Oh, this should work." And he's like, "The keys work. It should be fine now." We're like, "Really? That's it?" I thought you guys were gonna replace battery because they said about replacing the batteries, and then if that doesn't work, they would, replace the door lock because I'm like, I don't want to get locked in my room. Resets it. And the worst part about it, I'm sitting there. I'm like, we're waiting. We go back to our room. We're waiting. And I'm like, oh, my belly's growling. I'm like, then my breakfast has come back up. I gotta use the toilet. Like, I gotta go. And we're literally sitting there. And she goes, just go. Just go. By the time they get here, you'll be done. You could have already been done. By the time, they get there, it's no big deal, right? I'm like, no, no, no. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. All right. I'm like, screw it. Go sit down. Not even 30 seconds later, you hear knock at the door, and I'm like, no fucking way. Literally, the first log just dropped out. I'm like, and
The
it's
first log is crazy.
now, mind you, I don't know what if it was the water or what, but our digestive system was so bad and smelly and just ooh, like
Yummy.
horrible smelling, like probably the worst I've ever had. And this one was bad too. Like, whew, Jesus Christ! I was in there and it was hurting my nose. And
Oh,
he's the door to the bathroom. You walk in, the door's right there, and I'm like, oh my god. And this is just a sliding door. It's not like a real door, and it's just barely closed. And I'm like, oh my god. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew the minute I sit down, they'd come knocking. So Leah had to go and deal with it. Oh, it was so bad, and I felt so bad. I'm like, dude, well, you know what? It serves you right. You don't fix my door, you get a smelly nose now.
good,
Yeah.
good. That's what they
Like you
fucking
get to
get.
smell my butthole. That smells rancid.
Oh,
It's just
sir,
the
please go into
it
more
was
detail.
dude, it was so bad, and our stomachs afterwards were just wrecked for a couple more days. It was yeah.
That's a fear of mine going to like another foreign country and just like getting a fucking stomach bug or
Well,
a virus.
I shouldn't say like our stomachs, but it
Your
was like
digestive
when
system. And,
when it was time to go, it was time to go, and you filled the bowl
yeah,
like full
okay.
full. Yeah,
Damn. So
you
the
know
food
you
was
love the
not that
details.
good. Is what you're saying.
Well, it wasn't bad. They had a lot of different options. We did do this cool experience. It was just we thought it was just a normal restaurant. That we just had to make a reservation because if you didn't go to the one of the two buffets, you would have to make a reservation, which was no big deal. We made a reservation for the one place. And we go there, and it's actually an experience. It is not just restaurant. And we're like, oh, this is why we can go yesterday. Okay. And it was like a 9-course meal, which or like 8-course meal, and everyone had a drink with it. The first one was an alcoholic, but the next 3 were all alcoholic with the food, and like it was different courses and everything. And it wasn't like you think small portions, no, like decent sized portions. And then like the meat, the one, um, like you got a full fillet of fish. Like I forget what kind of fish it was, but like you got a full fillet. I'm like, Jesus, all right, we ate that. The next one, it was like a full fillet of like this beef tip. Honestly, it wasn't that good. Anyway, I ended up finishing half of every single one of her drinks, and the last one, literally, we're pretty sure it was just like a shot or two of just straight Baileys,
Nothing
like
too
nothing, just
fancy.
Baileys in like a martini glass. And we noticed it was really small, so we're like, oh, this is probably just a shot of Bailey's. I finished both of those, and oh, my stomach was so full, and I was so queasy a little bit after that, and I'm like, oh,
Damn. So
God.
that shit filled you up good, good, huh?
Yeah, but I was like queasy, sick queasy after walking for a little while. I'm like, oh, I don't feel very good. And then
Damn.
it subsided, and it was back to normal. All in all, I mean, I should say we definitely need like if you guys haven't realized, I need something to do type of person. I can't just sit, and relax on a lounger for 3-4 hours, or
So
like
you have
under a
ADHD.
shade, just sitting there. Probably, I want to do something. Like I want to go in the water. I want to go in the pool. I want to go. I don't know, something. That place didn't like have anything. I mean, and the problem was it's seaweed season, so the beach was nice, but it was like
Oh, I
seaweed
would have fucking
central.
hated it. Oh,
Yeah, it was
Jesus.
like it was massive amounts of seaweed, like a mound of it one day, just because they
Mm.
try to clear it every day, but they got to clear the entire beach. So whatever company does it, they kind of go around. I was watching a little documentary on it. It was kind of cool. It's literally like a whole operation for seaweed, just at the resorts. It's like a whole operation between everything and the organization to deal with just seaweed. It's so bad.
Fuck
Um,
that.
and the water wasn't as clear, but I think that's from the seaweed. Like it was clear the first day. Second day wasn't as it was a little cloudy. Probably some of the seaweed.
Yeah, how was the
Anyway,
weather? Was it like nice and hot and
oh, it was
shit?
beautiful. Oh, it was it. I will say the weather was great. It was hot, like sweating hot. However, it wasn't like humid. I think that's the main point. It wasn't humid. It was just hot. So like we didn't burn, which was awesome. We didn't burn,
Mm,
but we did wear a decent bit of sunscreen, like when we were at the beach and at the pool and everything, because we wanted to make sure we
W.
didn't burn.
Yes, bro.
Because
Wear
it's a different
sunscreen,
sun
please.
down there. Yeah, it's a different sun than up here. Um, but the weather was very nice. But it was if you're just sitting out, not in the shade, in the sun, whoo, you got real hot real fast.
Yeah, bro. I almost had a minor case of heat stroke when I was in Mexico.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
shit was not fun, bro. You do not.
Yeah.
That shit's not to
I can
play around
imagine.
with.
Yeah, I can imagine. Down that way, you got to be careful with the heat, especially summertime. It's
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like 88 degrees every day, so it's like it's hot, and it's straight sun, no clouds.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, but between the room and then, so I upgraded to this like you could upgrade your room like package per se. I'll call it package, where it's called the level. You basically get like you get rich status at the resort, so they make sure like everything is kosher and good. Um you have your own concierge, you have private check-in, check-out. They take care of everything, they make your reservations, whatever. And you get special access to this one restaurant. And so we're like, all right, we're gonna go there for dinner. We go there for dinner, right? And now
Mhm.
it's late, but like it's like 9 o'clock, whatever. We go there. We wait 45 minutes for our food. Literally
Mm.
45 minutes. And her salmon comes out, and it is fridge cold on the inside.
Ooh.
Like it's not just cool. It's like it just came out of the chiller not long ago. It just came out of the fridge not long ago, and it's cold in the center, like cold, cold. And we're like, we just waited 45 minutes for this. Mine
Brother,
was fine, but we're like, dude, and it's not like it was packed or anything. It wasn't that many people. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'd probably say what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 couples max. Like, not a super large amount of people, and people that got there after us got their food before us, like 20 plus minutes before us. I'm like, what's going on? He just keep coming back. Oh, sorry, it's coming. Don't like, sorry for the wait. It's coming.
eh.
We're like, all right. It got to a point where are we just gonna walk? Like, this is ridiculous. We're just gonna walk, find someone else. And we ended up finally getting the food, and then it was cold. And we're like, dude, like we're not. That was so annoying, and that's like the specialty area. I paid extra, like a couple $100 extra to get this upgraded status per se, or this upgraded experience, and you get better rooms and better everything. And of course, the room that was a part of it was a problem. The restaurant that was a part of it was a problem. I'm like, that wasn't worth it to spend an extra like good couple $100 extra just for this like specialty, status slash area to be in. Now the rooftop bar was very good. He was very nice. He made sure everything was okay. Now, he of course asked if everything was okay the last night, and we're just like, everything's fine. He's
You
like,
say,
"And how's
oh
your mini
wow.
bar? You have any issues? How's the food? How's the mini bar in there? Do you need anything? Do you need towels or anything?" And I'm like, and this guy was just the bartender, but I think he was somewhat important. I don't know, but he was really nice. And I'm like, yeah, mini bar's fine. Towels are good, and yeah, no big deal. He's like, everything okay? I'm like, everything's fine. I'm like, at this point, I'm ready to just go home tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not even saying it's fine. And I messaged my concierge and I was like, look, this is ridiculous. This is the fifth time. It's no longer like a sorry and like a fifth time, our food literally came out fridge cold. Like her salmon came out fridge cold at this exclusive restaurant only to what I paid extra for. This is ridiculous. Like this is no longer just a, I'm sorry type deal. Like something needs to be done.
Hmm.
Never answered me. Never spoke a word about it ever again. I was just like, oh, cool. Okay.
I think you're just spoiled.
Apparently, if
Nah,
you
that's
spend
fucking
hundreds
bull.
of dollars on this specialty stuff, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And the thing is, I noticed down there, if they didn't either feel like doing it or really didn't understand, they just do whatever they want. They would just like if you ask for a drink and they didn't really understand you, they just make something
You
and just give it to you,
gotta.
and you're just
I
you
think
just
for your
look and you're just
next
like,
trip, you gotta go to Mexico.
we
There's
know.
there's one resort. I forgot
No,
what it's called.
we will not be going to Mexico. With
Why
the
not,
relations right now, is like the worst place to go to.
bro? I think no matter where you fucking go, unless you're going to
No,
Canada,
no, like I'm saying down that way, Mexico is literally the worst right now
like
because of the
Cancun.
whole.
Cancun is
Yeah.
gorgeous though.
Oh, I know. I've been there once. I was there once, right? Yeah, once. It was beautiful.
There
But
was.
right now, relations with Mexico and United States with the whole drug problem right now, not a great situation I want to be dealing with. Plus,
I don't
at that
think you're
point,
gonna
I
be
can
dealing.
well, yeah, but they can sometimes be a little like targeting towards Americans or like a little hostile sometimes, especially Mexico. I don't know if you had the same situation, but on the edge of our beaches, we had guys with assault full size assault rifles, tactical gear, and everything, sitting on like the edges of our beach, on like the edge of the resort and
Oh
everything,
no,
and
I
strolling.
could. I mean, our at
We at
least in
least had that.
Mexico, we were in a resort. So the way it was is like
Yeah.
basically kind of sound like what you were doing. But ours was like one humongous resort, and then surrounding it were like four little private beaches.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, our the food there was extraordinary, and like, there was a
Mhm.
swimming.
Mhm. Mhm.
The concept of a swimming bar was new to me. So like, I would just swim up to.
Oh, really?
I would
Yep.
swim up to them like, "Can I have a Sprite?" Because I was young. 'Cause I was like, "Can I
Yeah.
have a Sprite?" And they would just give me this Sprite. You can like, drink,
Yeah.
buy. Oh, dude, it
You
was so
drink in the
fucking
pool. Yep.
dope.
That's I make sure anywhere we're going has the swim up bar, at least one. There's this is one thing I regret. Well, I shouldn't say regret. It is what it is. It was still a good time. There's one place in Punta Cana that I should have went to instead, and I originally wanted to, but then the bathroom was a little weird. Like the wall of the shower between the bathroom shower and the room is like just a glass pane, or it's like a slightly blurry glass pane. I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah, I guess it's a very
Yeah.
popular like thing for Punta Cana because it seems like a lot of resorts down there are like that. Because we had when we went, there was a curtain that went across, but you can still see the people's feet, and you could still see
Ugh.
my because I was tall enough. But you know what I mean? Like if you crouched down or looked above, you could see the person showering. It's just glass. For couples, it's not a big deal, but if families and whatever
Yeah.
else, can be an issue. But that was one thing my travel agent was like, this is really weird, and I'm like, I agree. And then I realized every place was like that, and I should have just been like, but this place that we might go to, it depends. I'm gonna look at some other places, but it's a
I'm
very
surprised
good
you just
contender
didn't.
right now.
I'm surprised you just didn't straight go to Disney. I know
It
that's
was
a.
actually cheaper than Disney
It was cheap. Oh well, that's just Disney.
by a
Disney's
couple
fucking.
thousand.
Oh, bro, fuck Disney,
That
dude.
like
Holy shit.
$2,000. Well, see, my thing is, if you go to Disney, it's you got to pay for your food. Everything you got to pay for. All
Mm,
inclusive, you don't have to pay for anything when you're there unless you're
yeah.
tipping or whatever. And most of the time they don't want tips. Um, but even the stay, I would say probably the stay and tickets for Disney World and the stay for the all inclusive with flight included. Now Disney World, we're not including flight, we're not including food, all of that or any extras. We're probably around the same. So I'm, you see what I mean? And we get to go to a foreign country on, beautiful beaches in beautiful
Yeah.
weather with as much food and drink as you want. Well,
So
as long as they answer the phone, of course, as
I'm
much as you
sure
want.
the post beach post vacation Troy is fucking. I'm sure you're missing the beaches and shit, bro. I just know
Honestly,
post. What?
no.
You really?
Nope. Because I had nothing to do. I played Clash Royale for 3 hours straight at
Yeah, I
one
did
point.
see that. I saw a picture. I saw.
You saw I included that. I played so much Clash Royale down there because like she can relax on the beach and whatnot, but I gotta do something, and I don't
Man,
sleep
you
on the
should have
beach.
invited me, bro. I would have fucking came.
Yeah, let me
Little
just
third
invite
wheel.
you to my post engagement. Not saying anything's happening, guys.
Hey,
Nothing happening.
hey,
Don't worry.
hey, hey,
Other than family friendly, of course.
hey. Hey, bro.
Why I'm not
I don't
inviting
want
you
to
to that?
hear, bro. I don't want to hear that part. I don't want to hear that part.
There was nothing. There's no, family friendly. We still
Fa-
live family.
Family
Yeah.
friendly, my
Anyway,
ass. So I'm assuming. So when do you have a timeline on when the wedding might be, perchance?
so roll please. It is going to be September 2027.
27.
So 2
Ooh.
years. We're waiting 2 years.
Dubs, hey, bro. You need. I mean, are you gonna go like a big ass wedding? That's why you're waiting for get that bread up.
So, well, we gotta get the bread up, but then also we just want more time to plan. Also, next year we have a couple weddings we're going to of her family already. Plus, we're like, you know what? We're younger than everybody else getting married. I mean, we're probably the one couple. No, I shouldn't say. I'm not gonna say that. We're financially sound now, but we want like we want some nicer things. We want specific things, and those specific things are going to cost us money. You know what I mean? A
What
lot.
month are you
Probably
gonna? You want like a
$1 month.
winter, a fall, a summer wedding?
Marco,
Hmm.
Marco,
Hmm.
I literally just said September
Oh yeah,
2027.
I know. That's just me, bro. That's just me. I'm sorry.
That's all
ADHD.
right. That's all right.
ADHD.
That's all right.
So
It'll
that's not
probably.
bad. That's like the
There's a
weather.
chance it is the 25th.
Oh, see, it's like
It is a
specific day.
Saturday. Well, we
Dang.
want like the end of September because we kind of want that in between of,
Fall,
summer's
summer.
ending,
Yeah,
everybody's coming down off the summer high. Let's add a high, and then we get to go away.
that's
And you know what I
valid.
mean? And our whole thing is we're not doing a winter wedding and we're not doing a summer wedding. So it was spring or fall,
That's
and
the
he let me pick,
ideal.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, I like fall. I don't like deep fall. I like early fall when it's like getting a little bit cooler, but it's still like you're just coming off of summer, like September. That's why I'm like September, October is like perfect. So I think I can't remember if something was happening in October or like there's other important dates or something. So we just ended up settling on September. Um, but well, most likely I should say most likely because we could go and we want this specific venue and they say we don't have any dates. You gotta wait or you gotta go before.
So
We deal with it.
you have a venue picked out yet or no?
We do not. No, no. I
What do
got
you
that. We literally, it was not even been 2 weeks. 2 weeks engaged?
you don't
This
even know?
Thursday will be 2 weeks. This Thursday will be 2 weeks engaged. So we're literally we got most of the list done. You are invited, Marco. You
I would
are
fucking
invited.
sure as shit hope so. I'm
Um,
invited. Am I gonna be your best
uh,
man? I gotta be your best man,
you
bro.
are not being my best
I
man.
know. How many
Sorry.
best men are you gonna have?
That's an issue.
You have too many.
I have too many that I want in. Leah doesn't have enough to match.
I would say the ideal is like three or
So I
four.
have I have to like cut some out in order to accommodate the amount Leah has. Which is fine because some I'm like, you know what? It's kinda including you just because like,
It's true.
whatever. So now I'm like
I'm not gonna
I
take it to
guess I can
heart.
be
I'm not gonna
picky
take it to
without
heart
feel
that I'm
bad.
not your best man.
Sorry. Yeah. Um the list is still definitely open. I got 2 years until it comes.
I'll
And
be
I
20.
should say I have like a solid year before I have to
Oh no, yeah.
finalize that list, I'd say. So you know
I'll
what I mean?
be
I'm
22
over.
years old, so I'll
Like
get
over.
hammered for you. I'll get hammered.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, don't worry, Marco. It's gonna be an open bar. We w- we
Oh,
we wouldn't be allowed to
it
have a
wouldn't be a
wedding
Tr- it
if it
wouldn't be a
wasn't
Troy
me.
Scherzer wedding.
No, not even the funny part. It's not even me. It's her family. It's literally
Oh,
we.
Dubs,
They
Dubs.
literally said when we mentioned about this, I forget if it was her mom or dad were like, you're gonna have to have an open bar. She's like, I already know. I already said my family would kill me if it wasn't an open bar. We
They would
can't.
not have come. They
Nobody
wouldn't
would
come there.
come. Well, I shouldn't say nobody would come. Everybody would come, but not everybody would be very happy because everybody has an open bar. So that's why we're like, oh, well, don't worry, it's an open bar. Whatever. Slip the bartender, an extra 100 and be like, don't worry
Dubs,
about IDs. It's fine.
dude.
No, don't underage drink, people. That's not what
What's
I'm
on the
saying.
menu
What I'm
though?
saying
You
so you're
gotta
not
have you have like a.
harassing
What's the
younger
one thing
looking
you want on the
people.
menu?
So we're actually probably going to plan on having a his and hers drink, right?
Okay.
Mine will most likely be an espresso martini.
Of course.
I would love if it was a dirty martini, but I gotta accommodate everybody else other than like four
Not
other
just
people that
Troy.
like dirty martinis. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, well, I'll probably do that, and she'll probably be a vodka cranberry. Like, that's like our go-tos between an espresso
Vodka
martini
cranberry.
and vodka cranberry for her.
All right,
So
I
that's what
like it.
we're still finalizing. We're kind of planning on doing. I know I'm very sorry. I've been talking like probably like an hour long now. I'm
I
sorry,
know I'm
everybody. We can keep
interested.
going
I
on.
told you this is gonna be a long
Um,
episode. We've been recording for
yeah.
50 minutes.
Now, of course, all this I'm saying, everything of this could change.
Yeah, we have
It's
fucking 2 years. You're
literally
chill.
fluctuating.
We have
Yeah,
2 years.
yeah. We're planning on probably going to have food trucks, or like you know what I
Oh,
mean,
dude,
rather
have
than
walking
catered.
tacos. I love walking tacos.
I don't know. Well, we are gonna have Mexican, so we're
God,
plan.
yes.
So far, the idea is we're going to have a pizza truck or like a pizza place that has the truck or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like the nicer ones, like not the flatbreads, but you know what I mean, like the nicer, oven cooked
Personal
pizzas. Yeah,
sized pizza. Yeah.
exactly. Or like a little bit larger, not like from your Italian restaurant down the road, but like more of a
Mm.
nicer. We're gonna have pizza truck. I figure we're having a Mexican truck, and then we're probably gonna do like a barbecue. I
Ooh, you
figure
should
we'll
get
probably
Humpty
do a barbecue.
dumplings, bro. You should get Humpty dumplings.
I don't know what they are, so
You
we
don't know?
probably will not, Marco.
You don't know what Humpty dumplings are?
I don't know what Humpty dumplings are.
It's
Unfortunately,
you,
no.
you never been to Keswick?
No.
Ah, you we gotta take you to Humpty
Oh,
Dumplings. There's a
Keswick Theater. Are they the like Asian dumplings down there?
yes, they
It's
have
like it's literally a
cheesesteak
place.
dumplings. They have
Our
like,
cousin lives near there, and they talk
mm,
about it all the time.
dude, you gotta try it,
I
bro.
have. I'm sorry, I have heard. She has said about us going down there and doing it.
There's like dessert dumpling. Oh, they put anything in the dumplings. It's fucking cinematically delicious, bro. But dude, bro, get
Okay.
me in there, bro. I'll bring my flat top. I'll cook.
Oh my lord. But we'll probably do that for the main food. We're still trying to figure out venue. I
Yeah.
mentioned my idea. This probably won't happen. I gotta look into it. Excuse me. Renting out like a big, massive Airbnb, like a
Mm.
massive house with a massive backyard.
So kind of like in a mansion.
Book it exactly. Book it for a weekend, and that's your venue. And you have beautiful setting. Beautiful house, beautiful setting. You can have your bridal party and your entire bridal party stay there. Plus, other people stay there, like immediate family and everybody. Everybody's already there. You can spend like a long weekend, make an event out of it, kind of thing, not just like a 1 day
Yes,
thing,
and you can put the
and
bouncy
everybody leaves.
castle in the front. You gotta get the bouncy castle.
Exactly.
Mm.
What? Anyway, and do that kind of thing. I think it'd be very cool because then
That's smart.
you kind of have a lot of freedom for how everything's set up. The only bad part to that is everything's on you. Like you have to plan everything else out. Like you can't just be like, okay, like with most venues they'll be like, okay, we have the chairs, we have the tables. Sometimes they'll offer, this is what the food we can do for catering if we or for like food options, or you could bring your own. That's up to you. But we have all of that. We have that available here. You don't have to. What I mean, if you don't want to worry about it, it can be included. And like the setup, takedown, they'll handle that and do all that
Mm.
stuff. So there's pluses and minuses. You lose that part, but you get more of like a personability.
You gotta
However, a
get
lot
yeah.
more gets put on you where you got to plan. You got to rent out chairs. You got to rent out tables. You got to rent out,
There's
maybe
so
one of
much,
those
bro.
big white tarp thing. You know what I mean? The giant tarps. You know what I'm talking about? Event
Mm-hmm.
things.
Who's
You
gonna
also got to worry about rain.
mediate?
That's the
Oh,
other thing. Got to worry about rain.
as
If
an
it
indoor and
rains,
outdoor. I feel like
we're
the thing
definitely
I
probably
feel like
doing outdoor. We're
with
definitely doing
wedding
outdoor.
or planning your own wedding is that like you want to make your step out because obviously you don't want to like you. I feel like at least this is my opinion. You want to step out. I want my wedding to be like I want my wedding to be like when years later your homie comes up to you, yo, remember your wedding like 10 years ago? You had that like I want that like because like obviously there's
Yeah,
like certain tropes
I
that like
I
want to
totally
avoid.
agree.
Because like I like
Literally,
obviously I've been to a
yep.
lot of really good venues like barn venues. I've been to like farm and like beach weddings and like I want to be like, what can I do that's like gonna be different from that? You know what I mean? That's at least that's my
I
mentality.
totally agree. That's what I totally agree, and that's why I think it would be definitely unique. However, she did say that's on me. Then I gotta find the place
Yeah.
and do all that and like present it. Like what I mean. If I want it, if not, we're gonna look at like normal venues and whatnot. which is
Mm.
fine. We'll still definitely look at normal venues.
What was
But
the first
there's
place you met? That's where you should get married. Bam. Where did you guys meet first? Like eye to eye, contact. Where did you meet again? This is a test. Don't fuck it
well,
up.
all right. Our situation was a little bit different when we met each other. So, like, for the first time ever, we were both in other relationships.
I remember that part. Yeah. So was it like at
Yes.
college or some shit?
And we were meeting up for the dinner to like plan out senior week because she was going to senior week and I was going to senior week. We went to two
Mm.
different schools, but our mutual friend invited, like, it was a group thing, because it was some people from her high school, some people from my high school, um, and it was kind of like a mixing ground. But we were all meeting up. Most people knew everybody. However, like certain couples, like I never met her and her significant other at the time, and she's never met me at the time, and my significant other at the time.
Mm.
So that was like, I don't know if the first time like saying hi was at Applebee's or if it was at the
Fuck it.
courthouse.
Getting married at the
Pretty sure it was
Applebee's.
Applebee's because then, of course, Big Balls Troy over here literally I cut up traffic, cut in front of them to jump in front of them to get to the restaurant before everybody else. And I like full on cut them off. Like literally had to go like 80 miles an hour to the next light that was not far away to get real quick in front of him and get over and get in there first. Of course, Big Ball Troy got to be first. Gotta flex my ego.
So fuck it, bro. Getting married at the Applebee's. That's the cinematic.
We're not getting married at a fucking
And then
Applebee's.
there's your
That'd be hilarious,
food,
no.
and then you know what I mean. Fuck it.
That'd be hilarious, and it would be probably so cheap. But no,
That'd be
absolutely
so
not.
cheap. I think the price.
Probably would be.
It
Think
is
about
cheap. Or just have Chipotle do it. Have Chipotle cater.
it. Chipotle, no. We
That's
will not
funny
be
though.
having
That's
Chipotle.
awesome.
We
I
will.
can't wait.
I did say what we are gonna do is after like in the evening, I should say, after kind of everybody like some of the people have started going home, like the parties getting up and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting Chick-fil-A. I told Leo
Oh
we were getting
yeah.
Chick-fil-A. We're getting like Chick-fil-A catered.
There's always a
So then
tradition
like
like
the
that.
full
Yeah.
thing of Chick-fil-A.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're doing it on a
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, wouldn't it be Sunday the next day? No.
No, it'd be we're doing it on a Saturday. So it would be on a Saturday. They would be open. Don't worry. We're in Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I literally told her, I'm like, I must have Chick-fil-A at my wedding. I will not have my wedding without Chick-fil-A.
No
They're like, I
Wawa.
have to have
That's
Chick-fil-A.
just gonna be Chick-fil-A.
No. That would be too complicated because you got to figure out like what are you
Sure.
gonna order? A bunch of fucking quesadillas or a bunch of hoagies?
Yeah,
No, I don't want
the
that.
one wedding I went
want
to, the one wedding I went to
Chick-fil-A.
was White Castle and Domino's at night.
Okay. Yep.
So
That
was
makes sense. Yep.
but a fuck ton of sliders and pizza. Dude, it was so good.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, it's like perfect. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're you're getting a little tipsy, whatever. The
You
older
need
people have gone
greasy
home, you're
food to
starting
get that up. Yeah.
dancing. You need your comfort food, and that's like perfect. And then maybe if she wants an option, she can pick something out. But I think she's
I'm
gonna be okay with
fucking
Chick-fil-A as
up
well.
like
So.
5 waffle fries, dude. Give me that.
Yeah, oh, I know. That's why I'm like, oh, please, cheese sauce.
All the
Cheese
dance, all the calories from the dance floor I'm gonna burn, and I want to fucking Chick-fil-A, bro. It's gonna be a
That's-
workout. I'm excited. It's
we
gonna be a
got-
fucking banger wedding.
Oh, I know. We're gonna get a good DJ. We're gonna get a good DJ.
Hey, bro, I'm a
We're gonna-
wizard on
and
Spotify. I'm a wizard on Spotify. You don't
No,
have to
you're
pay
not.
me.
No, we're getting an actual DJ because I've seen a lot of posts about like spend the money on a good DJ because they'll create the life of the party. They'll create the atmosphere. And if you have a crappy DJ,
I
the
know.
wedding's not
Yeah.
that exciting. But it for some people it made their like wedding. Like people were up on the dance floor for 3 hours long. You know what I mean? Like the
Dude,
entire
Italian
time.
weddings,
It was
Italian,
filled.
the Italian weddings are fucking unreal, bro. They're still dancing at like 3 or 4 in the morning, bro. They know how to fucking do
Yeah.
it. You know what you should do? I saw a couple of TikToks of like people doing like Kahoot during their wedding, like questions about the couple and shit. And like each table, like a little funny mini game about
Oh, that'd
you
be so cool. Doing like who knows the most, and you get a prize at the end.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, right there. Man, let me be your wedding planner, bro. I got you, fam.
Oh
I
my
got
lord, that'd
you.
be cool.
One more question before it's my
Okay,
turn.
yep. Yep.
Do we have a concept of a honeymoon?
Oh fuck yes. I am so
Disney.
I am the
That's
vacation planner. Between the two of us, I mainly take care of it because like
hmm
I love doing it. I love doing it. I love figuring everything out and I'm good at it too. Like, you know what I mean? Most of the
yeah.
time, like if it I should say this. Everything goes flawless except for like service there. Like, you know what I mean? You get crappy
Yeah.
people or crappy food, whatever the case, like something I can't control. But everything I control, oh, it goes flawless. I get a little overwhelmed sometimes and Leah yells at me, but that's beside the point. Like at the airport, if you ask her, I suck at the airport. But I am like at the airport, I'm a drill sergeant. I'm like I hate slow people, so we're not going to be slow people. I am like, do you have this out? Do you have this ready? Do you have this ready?
You mean
What are you
like
doing?
you
Get
need
your
to
passport out.
reiterate? You
What
want
are
to
you
get
doing?
canceled here, huh? What do you mean by slow people?
Like, all right, not mentally slow, not like,
I
like
okay, okay.
actual slow people. Like, oh crap,
I
I didn't
get
file
what
my
you mean.
passport yet. Hold on a second, I gotta go. No,
Yeah,
that
get
shit's
your shit
out. It's
together.
ready. It's like it's an instant. You hand it, scan it, go. You're through. You're done. I am boom, boom, boom. Like
I hate slow
all the
people. So.
time, I'm a type B person. I just go with the flow. Airports, type A. I am like on top, organized. Like you need everything ready to go. If it's not out when I say, "What are you doing? Why are you so slow? Let's move. Let's go. What are you doing?" I get
Uh,
a little overwhelmed. I
all
won't
right,
lie. I
sidetrack.
know
Where
I do
where are we
that.
going? Where are we going? What's the place?
Ready for this? I always wanted to go to Belize. I love Belize,
Where
and
the
it looks
fuck is Belize? Am
so
I stupid?
fucking awesome. Belize is a country near Mexico, kind of near in that like belt area.
How do you
But
spell
it
it?
is so freaking beautiful.
Belize.
But there's a twist. We go we go for 5, I want to say probably 6 days to Belize. We fly from Belize to Orlando and we go for a week long to Disney World afterwards and then spend another week in Disney World. Do all
Oh,
that and
so
then
you're
come
going to
home.
fucking multiple
So
places.
it's a
Oh.
2-week trip. Yeah, 2-week honeymoon split up because I see like, everybody on honeymoons, they take an extra long honeymoon, great, whatever, relaxation, whatever. Nah, I need something to do. And respectfully, I'm going to Disney World. I'm like, I don't care, I'll pay for it. Um, I I'm a freaking Disney adult and I love it. Anyway,
That's
that's the
good.
plan. That's or at least I probably gotta convince her about Belize. I don't know if she's ever seen it. Anyway, she's gonna say
She'll know
exactly
about
what you said.
Disney.
Where's that? She'll be like, huh? What are
She'll
you talking about? However, she lets me plan the vacations, so I think we should be all
if it
right.
makes you feel better, bro. That's where my parents went to Disney World for their honeymoon.
Yeah,
They know
that's I'm
ball.
like I figure instead of doing like a week and a half, 2-week trip to somewhere, no, we're it's gonna be all planned out. We're gonna go there first.
Uh,
Vacation the crap out of it. Relax, especially after the wedding. I feel like let's not go to hustle and bustle. Let's go to relaxation and like
but you just
unwind,
said you're gonna be relaxed.
enjoy
You know.
yourselves. Yeah, and like unwind, relax, whatever down there on, nice beaches. You can lay out for a little bit and then I can do something. I go run in the water
Yeah,
because they
you
have beautiful
fucking.
water down there too.
You definitely need
I
to get tested for ADHD, bro. You definitely have
Probably. And
ADHD.
I can go play and do whatever and she can, do her own thing. And then
Dubs.
be like, all right, let's go. It's time to go. And we fly from Belize to direct to Orlando rather than, coming home and then whatever. Go right to Orlando and we go right to our stay at Disney World and we go mess things up there at Disney World. And it's gonna be
Fun.
great because we're probably I figure 5 or 6 days Belize and do like 7 days Disney World and do like a full 2-week thing. Not skimping where you're like 5 days, 5 days. Not like six and then like 5 or 6 and then
6, 7. Yeah.
6 or 7 or 8 days at Disney World. So we can really
Damn.
because my thing is, I'm like, I want to enjoy the crap out of it. I don't want to have to worry about going home and like getting everything done. I want to have like 8 days to do it or like 7 days to do it. You know what I mean? And like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, our honeymoon's probably gonna be more expensive than the wedding. Probably. Could be wrong, but it's
Dang,
most likely
no
how it's
wonder
gonna
you're
go.
doing this in 2 years. Holy shit, you're gonna get your bread
But
up.
I'm like, it's easily probably spending 10 G's on the honeymoon.
That's fucking aim, bro. You
And
want
that's because
you want to remember this shit for the rest of your life.
I have the wedding. I'm not as particular about. There's some cool things I want and whatever, but like the colors, themes, whatever. Not my tango. Vacation is my tango. The honeymoon is my John. That is mine to figure out. I got it. That's mine. Done. Bingo. Done. She don't have to worry crap about it. It's all set up, and I'm so excited. You can literally hear the excitement in my
I
voice,
know, bro.
and it's 2
Can we
freaking
get
years away.
can we get
I
married now?
literally.
Can we get married now so I can go
Oh
now?
my gosh! Should I elope and just go do it?
Should we just go to Vegas, get
Okay.
married real quick?
No. And so many people would kill me.
You know
I would
what?
not
You know
be a
what's
good
funny? I
son and their
mentioned that.
father
So
anymore.
my parents just went to a wedding like 2 weeks ago, and this was my older cousin, right? And
Okay, where was it
sh
at?
I don't know. It wasn't like at a big venue. It was somewhere in Delaware. I don't if I remember. I don't know. I
Uh,
wasn't invited, so fuck it. No, I'm joking.
uh,
They
yeah,
got
screw them.
so at the venue while they were eating, they actually revealed that they got married 2 years ago, and then
Oh my god, I've seen that before.
they did all this just for like
No way.
because they got
Like
married.
for the
And
family and everybody.
a part of me thinks it's because her husband is in the military, so maybe he was in like
Oh, hell yeah, then. Yeah, 100% the military. Real quick, get married, you get the benefits, you
fuck it,
get.
yeah, why
He's able
not?
to stay with him. My one friend kind of did. They kind of. I wouldn't say they didn't rush it. They've been together for a while. But they kind of did. They did like a small little ceremony thing, really quick, with like immediate family, just to like sign the papers. You're married, and wedding rings, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, once he's out of the military, I think it's like 6 years later, they're gonna do actual full size wedding later. Everybody knows this, but in order for, excuse me, in order for her to like live with him on base or on military grounds, or for the military to pay for them, they have to be married. She can't just be there as a girlfriend. They won't allow it. Either they won't allow it or they won't pay for it, or something along the lines of that. Yeah. So that's why they like, well, if we're doing this, we got to do it. You know what I mean? They had to right out of high school or within a year, because he was going right into the military after high school. It kind of, I don't know if you knew that or not, but to explain it a little bit, that's probably why. Because one of my great friends did that.
Mm-hmm. It was, and that's gonna be one hell of a fucking surprise, bro. I would have been like, no
That's
fuck.
crazy. Holy crap! What the? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I have seen that, and like people are like, what? Oh, what are you talking about?
All I know is that like I want my wedding to be the same thing. I want to be fall. I think fall is a good time to do it. I just gotta
Yeah, I,
hope.
I just feel like, you know what I mean. I just feel like that's kind of
Step one, I need
a
to find a
steady part.
girlfriend, so I don't have to worry about that for a little bit. I have plenty of time.
Right.
But,
All right, Marco. Now it's your time.
my
Tell us.
turn. It
Yeah.
only took you fucking 1 hour and 8 minutes. Holy shit!
All
No, I'm
right.
joking.
All right.
Oh
All
no, it's
right.
fine. It's
Listen,
fine. I
I
wanted to
got
know,
engaged. There's a lot going on. It's
and
been
I'm
a while since
happy.
we've been on here, and it's kind of need a little bit of an explanation why we
Yes.
haven't done this, because there's been so much going on.
You need to give us updates periodically about what the timeline's looking
About
like. Updates.
Okay, yeah. Oh, 100% on different like wedding stuff. We're
Mm.
like, you know what?
We're doing the
that was
podcast
the
at the
place.
wedding, by the way. We're gonna do an episode during like
Absolutely not.
What do you
Nope.
mean?
It
What do
is
you
my I should say it is my future wife and my's moment. Nothing else will be coming and interfering with that.
Bro, come
That
on.
you know
Think
what I
about the
mean? That is
clip farming.
nope.
Think about the clips.
You can take clips for it while you're there. We will not be doing a podcast because I will be enjoying the moment that I just spent a year and a half, 2 years planning.
I'm gonna do like an interviewer. I'm about to go out with my podcast. Like, so what are your thoughts on the
Oh
new
my god,
married couple?
What do you think? What do you think they're gonna do when they go on
Honestly, I
vacation?
always thought Trey was a bitch. I never liked him anyway.
What do you?
I gotta interview people when they're drunk, so I get the real
What do
experience.
you think of the new couple? How long do you think they're gonna last?
I give it a year until the divorce.
I got them 6 months, and they'll hate each other.
Troy's gonna have a beer gut, a dad body. You know, a dad body.
Yeah, no, you're not.
But yeah, so that's what's up with Troy. Troy's busy having the time of his life, being engaged. W Troy, get W Troy's in the
Mhm.
chat.
That's the man.
Meanwhile, your boy has been on his counseling era. You know, I've
Oh
been
yeah,
on my
talk about
summer
it. Talk your
my
shit.
my summer counselor era, baby. You know how it is. Number one. I've talked about it plenty of times on the Burla Show podcast, but Camp Kesem, I talked so highly of him. Um, I was G-Man for 1 week, so obviously everybody in there has camp nicknames. You don't go by your real name. My nickname is G-Man. I've been going there. I mean, have I talked
Yeah,
to you about Kesem before, Jordan?
yeah, I think so. I'm pretty
So
sure you
like,
did.
kind of like to like briefly say it. I've been going to this camp since I started going in 2014 as a camper.
This
Um,
isn't the one you do for multiple weeks. This is just for a
no,
week
that's the
long.
day camp. This is a
Yeah, that's the
sleepaway
day
camp.
camp. This is a sleep. Yeah, okay.
So it's 1 week, but not even a week, and then we're done. Um, so yeah, so this is Camp Kesem. I was G-Man. So the way it works is that, and I'll give so much credit, is that because literally we, for 1 week at camp, we do year-round fundraising. Like it costs a lot of money to just have a singular week of camp. Um, and that's why when people think of sleepaway camps and shit, like they think it's like, oh, it's the 2 month,
Right.
like a whole summer. But like, no, like you need to like realize like the logistics of it. At least because our camp doesn't have a specific campsite. We don't have Camp Kesem. No, we
Oh,
go to
okay.
other camps
Oh,
and
I didn't know
they
that.
have us there. Yeah.
What area do you stay in, like an area, or do you really could you move like states and whatnot?
So the way it works is that the campsite we went to was called Camp Saginaw. It's in Oxford, PA. So it's like a good hour 30 drive from around us. Um so yeah, so the past years we've moved from New Jersey to like
Okay.
Oxford, like where I just said. So I've been going to this campsite the longest because we've been to other campsites before, but nowhere else is better in my opinion. Um I was in charge of the red unit. So the red unit is the youngest, like 6 years old to like 9 years old. So I was in charge of the youngsters.
Yeah.
And it when people like when you
Yeah, you like them
people
youngsters, don't you? I'm
shut the
kidding.
fuck up.
Kidding.
Don't ruin the moment. Don't ruin
You know I had to make a joke about it.
Of course you did. Well, most people ask me because like the red unit got a lot of praise this year because like again, it's not easy having to watch over the youngsters because they don't listen as well. And don't get me wrong, like they have their they don't listen all the time and they don't they have no filters. They're young, especially they're young. They're away from their
How
parents
from
for
did you say 4 to 6 or like 6 to 8?
no around like 6 to 9 years old.
6 to 9. That's sorry. Okay, I just want to clarify.
Yeah, so like the youngest was 6. Um, and but like it's the most fun ever because like as someone who's been going there, so I want to say so it's 10. I was 10 years as a camper, and this was my second year as a counselor. So like as someone who's been as a camper, like it's you gain so much of an appreciation for like what you put your counselors through. Cause like the more that I realized I've been a counselor, like the more I realized I was such a shithead as a camper. I'm not gonna lie, I was really like I was always like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and like drive my counselors insane. And if you're listening to this, I apologize. Um, but like now that I'm on,
So,
I was always anti like admin. I was always anti authority. Like, oh, let's go do this. And now
you're a troublemaker.
yeah,
Trouble
and
man.
now I'm working with him. So now like it's a real full circle moment. I'll tell you one thing though. I can go on and on for about stories, but the cabin I was in, right? So this was I believe 2018 or 19. I was still a camper at the time. Um, we had a camper by the name of Skip. His camp name was Skip,
Okay.
and we were like, dude, will it be funny if we just absolutely vandalize the shit out of everywhere with his name? And so what we did is that we
I
got
did see that.
we
Okay.
that's that you saw that post, right? I'm
Yeah,
like,
the post. I did see the post. Yep.
and we sprayed painted. Well, okay, let me reiterate. We didn't spray paint. We used sunscreen and bug spray, and we went around the entire camp and wrote
Yep.
"skip" everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And that. So if you go on my personal Instagram, that's still there. And it just so happens that's the cabin that I stayed at with my unit, and
Oh
it's a full
wow.
circle. And of course, I got asked a shit ton. Hey, what's with the skip on the cabin, guys? And I had to I had to say I have no clue what are you talking about. I have no recollection of I almost got the camp sued or my unit. Not just me. It was I wasn't the only one doing it. For the record. Um and that,
Yeah, it
obviously,
was just you.
thank goodness they let us back in because that's my favorite campsite. When I think of Camp Kesem, I think of Saginaw. It's a very gorgeous camp. It's like it's a Jewish camp, I think, but like it's been existing since like 1940s. Um, but
Uh, mm,
the campsite is so
the
humongous
whole
that
thing.
I think they have 3 or 4 other camps at there at the same time. We're not the only
Yep.
camp. So there's
It's
um
multiple camps.
yeah, so the way Kesem works, they work in quote chapters. So colleges all around the United States, including Temple. We shared actually funny enough, we shared the campsite with Temple Kesem. I volunteer at the University of Pennsylvania Temple Kesem. Um it was both Kesems. There was Camp Cadet. Now Camp Cadet um is a I believe a cop or like a military esque boot camp essentially, and they've been going there for years. So like literally,
Yeah.
they'll have they'll have like every time we get there when we first get to the campsite, they'll have a line of police cars, vans, loud
What the hell?
sirens. They literally on the last day when we were leaving, they had that robot dog that like supposedly is really good at like detecting bombs and shit. They were showing it
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a fucking strange looking dog. They're up at like 5 o'clock in the morning doing sprints around the entire,
Jesus. Yeah.
and like I feel so bad because they see us, right? They see us doing messy Olympics. They see us doing like playing Gaga ball. They see us doing like these fun, and then they're in a straight line and like they're like marching,
Well,
and I'm
they're
like,
also kind of required to do that in order to
yeah.
get this like, very important job.
But the
Like, you
thing
know what I
is
mean?
though, is that like is that their ideal summer? You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine sending my kid to that and expecting like, you know what I mean? Like I just
How old were these kids? Were
so
they kids or adults?
some of them were really young. So like some of them were like I want to say like 10-ish,
Oh,
11.
oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking when you said about the police, I thought you were talking like cadets and the police were doing this, like, 20,
No, no, these are
20-year-olds.
children. These are children.
Oh, shit. Okay. My
So
bad.
like they're sending these kids to like this expect like and it's I mean, it like I get it, right? Like if you have an interest in like in the military or cop or being a police officer,
Yeah.
like by all means, but like at that age, like no, come on, like, they're supposed to be having fun. And I feel
Yeah.
bad because I feel like we're teasing them. By the way, like I feel like we're teasing them, like oh, we're having fun, hardy har har. I
Yeah.
don't know, but like we share with them, and they'll what they'll do is that they have like shooting. They have a shooting range, I guess. I'm not sure if it's actual guns, but maybe it's like airsoft pellets or and like while we're in the pool, like they're just shooting it and shit. Like, oh my god, it's
Yeah.
really it
Oh,
gets
wow.
on our nerves. Um,
Yeah.
but other than that, like, so I'm a counselor. So what I do is essentially like I'm in charge of. I wasn't like the head. I wasn't the unit leader. but I was working with the red unit and like make
Yeah.
sure everything goes smoothly. No one's tearing each other
Yep.
apart. Um, we did other fun activities. Like so years ago. So the way so I keep saying units. But the way it's organized is that there's the red unit is the youngest unit. So like I said, that's like 6 to 9 years old, and the
Yeah.
gold is the oldest. That's like 16 to 18 years old.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so years ago when I was in the blue unit is like smack down in the middle. That's like 12,
Okay.
13 ish. Um, I started me and my friend started a thing called Club Blue, where as an
Okay.
inside joke we ran in the middle of the night to like this little dance studio and we just like had a club and shit and like fucking
Yep. Yep.
and we had our counselor at the time. His nickname was Purple. Dude was a walking bicep. This dude was fucking shredded out of his mind. So we
Yeah.
made him our bouncer to make sure nobody got in.
Ah, nice.
Um, Eventually, like they, the admin and stuff got a whiff of it, and they weren't mad at
Mhm.
us, but and they instead like made it an annual tradition. So, and
What?
still to this day, they're still doing it, and this was like I want to say like 2015 or 16, and they're still doing it to this day in 2025, and it's fucking awesome to see. Cause like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like this camp means so much to me, and like I highly recommend if you. I'm gonna leave it all their shit in the description down below. Just donate or just do anything. It's such an extraordinary because like something is again all this is a cancer support camp. Like anybody
Yeah.
who knows somebody, family, friend who his life been affected by cancer, like you'll go to this camp. Something as such something like such seriousness as cancer, such shitty thing like cancer can
Yeah.
bring a community close together like this. Like it's just so it's more than just a camp, honestly. And again, like I know like I'm not exaggerating at all. Like this is literally one of the greatest things that I've ever been a part of. And I have
That's
two
good.
more
Yeah.
years left. I have 2 more years as a counselor, and I'm gonna be absolutely fucking devastated when I leave because, like,
So,
yeah.
are you not allowed to do it anymore, or is it more of a
So
you know?
technically, it's supposed to be 4 years because if you're all the counselors are UPenn students, so it's supposed to be like 4 years of
Okay.
a college, 4 years of college. So you know what's funny? Because I technically talked about this with one of the higher ups, and I asked him, I was like, "Can I like do a loophole where I finish off my 2 years and then I'll actually go to college and do another 4 years?" And it's like hypothetically speaking, that would work. So I'm like, I'll go. I don't question me. I will go to college just so I can do another 4 years of Kesem. That's how much I fucking this means to me. I
I'm gonna.
would
Mm,
I would do it, but um. I highly recommend you guys look it up on. I'll leave their stuff in the description. Cause like again, like all this is volunteer. We're not getting paid a single penny. Like no money. This is
yeah.
all. And again, like I said before, like we do year-round funding for this. We're doing like charity events. We're doing, we have our biggest events like Make the Magic and Giving Tuesday, where we
Yeah.
do all these fancy things and like do you know how much for 2 weeks of camp would be off the top of your head?
Probably like fucking 14 grand at least.
Not even for 2 weeks of camp. That's at least 100 grand.
Wow.
That
Wow.
is a boatload of money.
Yeah.
And our
Jeez.
chapter, the UPenn chapter we go to, is one of the more successful. So I do think that we could hypothetically do it because like I think we've raised like 50 to 60 grand, and so I genuinely do believe that we could knock it
Yeah.
out of park. I would love for it to be 2 weeks because at the end of that like
Mm,
I don't want to like toot my own horn, but I've been there for so long that like my parting gift, I want to help raise money for 2 weeks of camp so these kids can have more of an experience. Cause like, the amount of comments, so like, everybody knows, everybody there knows I've been there for a long time. So like, this was my
yeah.
12th year. in total, like 12 years consecutively. I've been doing this camp. Um, I've had campers come up to me and say, I've been doing this camp longer than they've been alive." I'm like, "Are you fucking
Wow.
kidding? Don't
Jeez.
fucking say it." That makes I was
Fucking
given the
unk.
role
Unk.
of
You're
camp
fucking
unk.
uncle status now.
Yeah.
You're just old.
I was given the camp unk status. And honestly, I fucking did not mind. I loved it. I'm honored to be the camp unk, to be there for that long and shit. Um and I'm only 20. I'm not that fucking old, Jesus. Um but that's what I've been doing the past week. The gold unit, so it's funny, right? So you can ask any of my friends. Um we know how to prank. Like I was quite the prankster back in the day. Um and so purple this year, purple unit decided to prank everybody. Everyone, obviously somebody had to retaliate, so it was green unit. They're the second youngest unit and stuff. So I have video, maybe not have video of it, of the aftermath of one of their pranks. And like, let's just say beds were flipped, shaving cream was on the windows. I mean the mirror. Mattresses were all over the place. And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, bro. That's like prime shit." They got in trouble for it. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, it's pranking. I get it. Don't get me wrong. The counselor in me gets it, and obviously, like, if they,
Yeah.
if if they want to apologize, you have to apologize. But back when I was a camper, like, I was getting glitter bombed. Our shit was desecrated back in
Ooh.
my day. Like,
Mhm.
we were fucking ruthless when it came to pranks back. But like nowadays, and I do feel guilty. I feel like I should have done something more about like not them getting in trouble. I don't want them to get in trouble for pranking.
Yeah.
But like again, that's like the camper side of me. But now that I am now the camp unk, I have to be a father figure. Either
An
like
unk.
I'm literally like, "Guys, stop doing that. Good job. I'm really proud of you. That was a really good prank. But don't do that again. Don't do that again."
Yep.
So like I have to, you know what I mean? But like
Yep.
I love
You gotta
it.
be
I love what I
good,
do.
but
I
well, that's
love what I
good.
do. I love being a counselor. It's just like cuz like hanging out with the red unit, the youngsters, it makes me feel young again. Like I feel like I'm
Yeah.
fucking doing it for the first time all over again. I want them to be there for the next decade like I was. I still talk to my friends that I've made over a decade. Most of the counselors there, we go way back. I grew up with them, and now they're counselors with me, and
Yeah.
it's so fucking surreal because like we were the ones pranking, we were the ones fuck admin, we were like anti-establishment, and now all of us are working together for these campers, and it's super fun. It's super fun experience, and like the counselors are super chill. Like I said, they're all college students, so like they're hella dope. One of the counselors, Wiley Coyote, shout out to Wiley. He went to Abington, so me and him bonded over us going to Abington. Then you have, dude, like I'll be real with you, like
That's cool.
I love hanging out with Red Unit, and they're my squad, but I loved hanging out with Gold Unit, the oldest unit, because like
Yeah.
they were fucking like, dude, being family friendly for a week can drive you fucking insane. I'm really proud I'll give myself a pat on the back. I didn't curse once in front of them. I didn't slip. I was really good about catching myself saying a bad word. But the moment
Oh,
I
that's good.
stepped in the gold cabin, I was fucking like one of the boys. I was just fucking, and it's funny because like their counselors didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to what's his name, Spirit, Meatball, and Bullseye. Like they were fucking amazing counselors. the
Yep.
the last night, right? So last night, the entire goal unit pulled an all nighter. One last
Mhm.
hurrah. We were going back home. Fuck it, we ball. We pull an all nighter. I wasn't supposed to be with them. I kind of saw their cabin was awake at like midnight. I was like, okay, I'll see what they're doing. I'll fucking stop by. We go in. We play Mafia for like 2 hours. You played
That's
Mafia
cool.
before?
Yeah, I have. Yes.
We played Mafia, and then all of a sudden, the purple unit counselors started seeing us coming in, and so they started coming. We played like a humongous game of Mafia. It was fun. and then eventually we migrated outside of the camp. I didn't want to pull 900 honestly, but I was peer pressured by the campers to do it. So I was like, "Fuck it, the fans need me." So I did it. I regret it. I'm not gonna lie, but like I did get some very cinematic, beautiful sunrise photos. Really
Oh,
fun. We
nice.
played like tennis. We played mini golf. We played
Yeah,
basketball at nighttime.
that's awesome.
It was so fun, and there were a lot of I'm not sure if I could say it here. I'll send you the video, but there was, let's just say there was some gold unit shenanigans that took me back to the prime G-Man days. That the prime dude, I love being a counselor, but I would kill to be a camper again. I would love
Mhm.
to be a camper again, but like I love being it. If you, dude, I'm not gonna lie, Troy, you would be a fucking good counselor. You would be a fucking good counselor. I can
I
see it.
almost became a gym teacher.
Exactly.
We
So
talked about it
that's
earlier,
not
yeah.
really like ridiculously far.
I did always wanna be, because I used to go to a summer camp, so I always was like, I wanna do that one day too,
Actually, you know what?
but I ended up not doing it.
I'm gonna send you a video of what the gold counts. Don't say what's happening because I'm not sure if I'll get in trouble for it. It's not that serious. Um, but I need to get you. Mind you, these are campers doing this to a counselor.
Oh god. Oh, I can only imagine.
Dude.
Where are you sending it to?
uh, IMS, regular text message.
Uh,
It's sending. Again, we're all. This is just jokes. I mean, this happened to me, and this happened to my other friends. So this is
yeah.
just fucking load. Okay, God, it's
Ah,
in.
let's take a look to see what Marco's sending me. Oh my gosh, what?
Dude, they
What
tackled him.
the heck, dude?
They tackled him to the ground.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, 100% you can't say this.
It
100% you can't. Nope, nope.
was all just
That's
hazing. It
crazy.
was all hazing. It was all pranks. It was all
Oh my
pranks.
lord.
And then this,
That's hilarious.
dude. It was. I mean, not because like again, I can't preach it enough. I love my red unit, but for my next 3 years, I
Yeah.
really want to be in gold unit. I really want to be in gold unit. I
Okay.
don't have any
Alright.
control.
Yeah.
You think I would because I'm the longest tenure fucking person at that camp. I should have a say where I want to be.
Yeah.
But again, it's whatever they say, I'll do. Um,
Yeah. Fair enough.
but yeah, dude, it's like I'm gonna wrap it up because I feel like I'm yapping too much. But like, in all seriousness, like this camp has done so much for me mentally, and it's made me better as a
That's
person
awesome.
than
No,
I
me too.
would
That's cool.
ever thank for. And like this will be the like when I think of my childhood, I will think of Camp Kesem, and I hope that this camp will go on for the next 30 plus years.
Mhm.
I love them all very nearly and dearly. Again, these are busy college students, and to that take time out of their summers to like hang out with these kids. And like from experience, I almost remember every single one of my counselors over the years, and I hope that like my legacy is
Lives
starting.
on.
My
Yeah.
legacy is starting Club Blue. My legacy was the pranks I did. My legacy was being the
Oh,
best
that's so
counselor I
cool.
could be.
Yep.
I love these kids, man. They're fucking like they're so strong because like I'm very fortunate to still have my mom from breast cancer, but
Yeah.
these kids that are younger than me have lost both of their parents and just one of their parents, and it's fucking so like it puts you in perspective how lucky I am, but then you also realize like there's other people that are in need of your guidance and your presence, and like it's
Yeah.
I
Yep.
really wish you can be there 'cause again, you would fucking love Cassim Troy, but I think
Yeah.
you're a little too old,
Fortunately,
unfortunately.
I probably this past year would have probably been the last year I would have been allowed to leave.
I told your fiance to do it, but
But
I mean,
well, this past year I also needed, while you were there, I was getting engaged. So
it wouldn't work that.
to throw a little full circle, I would be a little bit,
You know what's funny?
Occupied, I should say.
Actually, okay, one last story. One of my first years out there, two of my counselors from the girl side and the boy side were actually getting married in real life.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So me and a bunch of other the young campers planned out a little ceremony for them. It was the cutest fucking
Oh,
thing.
that's so cool.
We all I officiated it, and then they got quote unquote married. Man,
Oh,
it was
that's so
fucking
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, so over a decade. Again, please, if you know anybody who personally has been affected by cancer in a negative way, please check out this camp. I think it's too late because the summer is ending, but for next year, please check it out. Um, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been being counselor G man for the past week. Love it, and Troy's been getting engaged. So shout out to Troy.
Yeah. Very, very, very exciting stuff. Very
Again,
exciting stuff.
we both apologize for the absence. Again,
Yes.
it's been a busy couple of weeks for both of us. But
Unfortunately, life kind of got in the way of this, and I got thrown on the back burner. But we're
mean, if
back.
I'm
We'll
being
stick
honest
with
with you,
it.
I needed the break. I feel like I'm recharged. I feel like I have more stories
We're
now, and I
ready to
feel
go.
like we're chilling. We're gonna finish
Yep.
this next half of the year strong.
Yep.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Any
No,
closing
100%.
statements,
100%.
my friend?
I don't know. More is just, I hope everybody's been, doing well. Um, those of you that have stuck with us and that are going to listen to this episode are all mad at us. I appreciate you guys being mad at us because that means you actually care, and I know that means a lot to us. It really
Indeed.
does.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But what Troy said. We apologize. I don't want to like keep taking these breaks, but like, I at least I needed a little break. I'm sure Troy needed a little break. I think now that we're back, we're back. I'm locking in. We're
Yeah,
locking in. I'm
I
so
believe that. I
excited.
believe that. Yeah, I'm
Well,
super
ladies and
excited for
gentlemen,
what's to come.
that is gonna be the end of this episode. If you guys have watched all 1 hour and 36 minutes of this, we appreciate you guys.
Oh,
Um,
100%. Thank you guys so much.
Indeed. Again, y'all know the drill. All the social media will be in the link down in the description. And it is good to be back. We love you
Oh,
guys.
100%. Love you. Thank you guys.
Peace.
Peace.